bags in my collection that were almost perfect. They were a 9 out of 10. I have a few to share with you, amigos, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Bienvenidos if you are new here. Thank you so much for joining me today for a tag video. The beautiful, hermosa Miss Eva Fuchsia Floyd tagged me in this really fun video in which she collaborated with Miss Melissa Adams Wade. This is a fun tag video of the almost perfect bag. The bag that was a 9 out of a 10. It just had one little hiccup, and if it didn't have that hiccup, it would have been the most perfect bag that you would have in your collection. I do have a few of them that I want to share with you. Some of these bags are ones that I have never revealed here on my channel, so we're gonna have a bit of eye candy. So let's get started with the very first one. The very first almost perfect handbag in my collection is this very beautiful YSL Lou bag in this absolutely gorgeous light natural color, I believe is what it is called. And you can see that it has this beautiful, like, you know, bronzy antique gold hardware. And I just love the chevron print. As an army wife, I absolutely love the chevron because of the fact that it represents the years of service on my husband's patch and his rank. So you'll see that on their formal uniform. But I fell in love with this handbag because of the color of the metal. Some stores had this one in like the silver, and it just didn't have that beautiful zhuzh, that pop that it needed. And I thought this beautiful hardware just accentuated it. This one has a nice roomy interior because you do have compartments on the inside, and then you have the center pocket with the zipper, and then the back pocket and the zipper. It does have a black lining, but it doesn't bother me too much. But just a really beautiful roomy handbag. I get so many compliments on this handbag when I wear it, and I just love it because it is rather year-round. What bothers me is the actual strap. I hate that noise. I just, you know, it's beautiful, the chain, but for some reason, I just, no me gusta, amigas, no me gusta. And I don't normally reach for her as much as I should, but I should switch out to her now that we are in the spring. You do have the leather on the strap, so this way when you are carrying it over the shoulder, it is comfy. You could use it crossbody if you wanted to, but it is going to be rather short. But it's just really, there we go. That's the flaw on this bag. Other than that, it would be beautiful, and I would probably wear it a lot more, as I should. So the YSL Lou handbag in this light natural color. A couple of handbags are worth mentioning that I previously had in my collection. They have now since been rehomed a few years ago, but if it wasn't for that one little flaw in this handbag, it would have been a keeper. The first handbag that I wanted to mention is actually one that Miss Eva brought up and mentioned on her video. And the handbag that I am referring to is the very beautiful Louis Vuitton Pala handbag, as Eva pronounced it. I always said Palace. And so that handbag, I had it in like the larger size. So it was that really pretty maroonish berry color. And I sold several handbags that I had in my collection to purchase that one because I had been eyeing it for so long. And when I got it, I loved it. I loved that the strap was the actual like LV canvas material, and then the beautiful accent of the leather. And you had both sides that had like the exterior pockets. I would get a lot of compliments on that handbag, and it was gorgeous because the interior lining, when you opened it, it was the same lining as that beautiful leather color on the exterior portion of the bag. And I used it for quite a bit of time because I did love it. Because it came up to that point when you would open it, it was just, you know, I didn't have the room all the way as if it was a square bag, right? Because you would lose space as it went up to the top. And that's just kind of where the flaw was for me. I wanted the bag to be nice and open and roomy, just like how this is. You open it and you actually have full access into the bag. And that one, because it narrowed up at the top, I didn't have that nice, fun, full openness when I would, you know, go in to dig my items out. And then the convenience of the pockets on the outside was great. However, if I slipped something inside the pocket, I would forget which pocket it was. So I estoy buscando, I'm digging in each pocket to know, like, okay, where did I put that slip of paper, that receipt or whatever? Because you really couldn't tell, you know, a front side or a back side, because there really wasn't anything on that handbag as far as like a front or a back. And so those were just the little flaws that ultimately made me decide to sell it. The other handbag that I had in my collection that it would almost have been a perfect 10 was the LV Bloomsbury PM in the Damier Ebene print. And it's a shame that they didn't make that style of handbag in like a different print. Like I would have loved it in the LV. And I ended up buying it because my cousin talked me into getting that one. She liked that print and I took her advice. And I loved the convenience of the front pocket because it was roomy, because I'm all about an exterior like side pocket where I could put my phone in. And that's what I loved about that handbag, was I could easily slide it in, slide it out, or whatever I wanted to in the front pocket. And you had the nice roomy interior, and it laid flat nicely against your body as a crossbody. It wasn't bulky. The flaw on that handbag was that the strap on that Bloomsbury handbag, the leather on that strap was rather stiff. It was rather hard. It wasn't a very nice, soft leather like some of the other handbags that they've released, where it's that dark leather, where it's a little bit softer. And so for me, wearing it as a crossbody, I would always have it rub up against like the side of like my neck, and then it would just kind of like make a red mark because it's rubbing, and I didn't like that feeling. And so that was the flaw in that handbag that made me sell both of them. And one of my amigas bought both of those handbags. So they are rehomed to a very beautiful lady whose last name happened to be the name of one of those handbags. So it was perfect for her, and she's rocking them and she's enjoying them. And it's not like I no longer see them anymore, because every time she and I go out, she's using one of those two handbags. So I still get to see them, and I know they are being loved. So that was the flaw in each one of those two handbags. Other than that, they would have been perfect, and I would have still probably had them in my collection. Let's switch it up and let's talk Chanel. This handbag, my amiga was like, this is the perfect color for you. You got to come in here. You got to see it. And I was like, okay. I go to the store to go and check out this handbag, and it's this beautiful Chanel clutch style handbag in this gorgeous peachy iridescent color. And what's fabulous about it is that it has this nice large long back pocket, perfect if you want to slip your phone in here or whatever. It's great. You have the beautiful Chanel quilting on the front, the beautiful turn lock with the CC here, gorgeous color, tonal interior on the inside, and then you had this front pocket here. Again, you could slide your phone in here. This is just really, really nice. And then you have a pocket here on this side, and then you have a zippered back pocket here, and you have the beautiful thin Chanel strap. Like, it's a baby fine strap. Look at that. You have the leather just going through the beautiful gold hardware. So you could use this if you were going out to maybe an evening like a gala or just fun, a wedding. You could slip it under your arm. You can just carry it like this on your hand. Or if you wanted to just have the convenience, pull out the strap and then use it over the shoulder, use it crossbody. Just really, really nice to throw over the shoulder. I've even doubled it. It works crossbody as well. It does it a little bit, not too low. It's not gonna be long, like let's say a walk, like a wallet on chain. The bad thing about this style of handbag for me, with it being like this clutch style, is that you have the smaller point like at the bottom, and you do have a little bit here where it can like widen a bit, but it's not, again, a nice even like square width. And so as I would put my items in here, it would just be kind of bulky and just wouldn't close like I wanted it to, especially if once I put in my accessories like a wallet and my keys, but especially like my sunglasses or my readers. It just was rather like wonky, and I didn't play with this handbag enough after I bought it. Once I brought it home, because I set it aside and it was already too late to return it. This would have been a 10 out of 10 had it been a little bit wider on the side, to where my items would have fit better how I would have wanted it to. Other than that, it would have been perfect. So that's my one flaw with this beautiful, lovely clutch style handbag from Chanel, is just really the width of it. That's it. Other than that, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna reach in and pull this handbag out. This is actually my handbag of the week. I switched into this handbag for a particular reason, because I'm testing it out. The reason why I bought this handbag was to determine if the Hermes Kelly style handbag really fit me and my style, and if it was something that I would have liked. What attracted me to this handbag is this gorgeous color, and as you can see, it actually kind of blends with my shirt that I'm wearing today, because it's like a very pale peachy color, a little bit of a blush. It's not too pinky. It's just a really, really beautiful handbag. Like, it's kind of have like the crocodile print. This handbag is actually from Lisa Robertson. She was a very beautiful, lovely QVC host, one of my favorites. Lisa Robertson was just a master when it came to being a very savvy, knew how to sell kind of QVC shopping host. She left QVC and then started her own YouTube channel here, to where she kind of had her own shopping network in a sense here on YouTube. She had her items on Facebook, and she would make a lot of handbags to duplicate the Hermes Birkin and the Hermes Kelly. And she would have them made in different colors. The leather is from China. And I just thought, when she showed this one, I was enamored with the color when she showed this one on the on YouTube, and I fell in love with it. And I think it was like maybe $200, but I thought this is an amount that I don't mind spending, because the color is gorgeous, to get a feel of whether the handbag will work out for me. And so you still have the nice little clochette with the little key, and then the lock, the sangles, just like we see on the, you know, Hermes Kelly handbags, the nice little turn lock here. And I have all of my items in here, because like I said, I'm using this for the week. You have a couple of interior pockets, and just a really nice handbag. What would have made this handbag perfect is if it was a smaller size. This is actually a 30 centimeter, and this actually helped me know that this size doesn't work for me. And it's one of the reasons why I turned down an Hermes Kelly 32 from my sales associate, because I knew the 30 was too big, especially in this like Cellier style. And if this handbag would have been in like a smooth leather versus this kind of like crocodile print, on camera it looked gorgeous, when she was showing it, and you know, when she was advertising it for sale on her YouTube shopping channel. But in person, the handbag is very rigid and structured because of the cellier style, and then the leather style of this embossing of the crocodile print. My personality is not rigid and structured, amigas. And that's one of the flaws of this handbag. So other than, if you know, if it was probably in a retourné style and a smooth leather style, it probably would have made it as a 10 out of 10 for a very nice, beautiful, luxury inspired handbag. So it was perfect in serving a purpose, so that I knew that anything larger than a size 28 in Hermes sizing is not something that I would want to consider. But other than that, it is a very beautiful color, and it is a nice handbag. So the Lisa Robertson inspired Hermes Kelly handbag. Let's move back to Louis Vuitton. The next handbag, there's so many YouTubers that talk about this style, and that's one of the bad things about YouTube, is that it's nice for research purposes, but then you also sometimes get influenced by others that, you know, speak highly of these handbags that they absolutely love. After watching several videos on this particular Louis Vuitton handbag, I decided to go ahead and purchase the very lovely Louis Vuitton Neo Noir in the damier ebene pattern or print. And you have the, I think it's a cherry berry, if I'm not mistaken, leather colored strap. And then you have the really pretty, like, cherry berry interior on the inside. And I actually have Zumoni organizers here on the inside. Of course, this is the handbag style that they created to carry champagne and all that. So a very nice, fun history about the handbag, and it is a really gorgeous handbag. The Neo Noir is getting a 9 out of 10 for the reason that I would have loved for this handbag with the damier ebene print to have come in the color that was pink. Personally, for me, I think this handbag would have been perfect if they had made this one with the color option of the magnolia pink, like this, where you have this beautiful soft like powder pink color. I love damier ebene with pink, and they made this handbag with the color that was more peachy. It wasn't this beautiful pink that I wanted, and I didn't want that peachy color against the damier ebene, against the brown. And they only released that pink in the LV pattern print, and I had considered getting that one, but it was a bag that was commonly seen, and I always like to select handbags that are not as common. And so the reason why I chose this style was because of the fact that this is not one that I would typically see around, and and the cherry berry is really gorgeous. However, I would have really preferred for it to have come in the beautiful pink color. And the other thing too is that even though it's roomy, although I have the inserts inside that are supposed to help keep it organized and help you find your items, I don't find that to be true. I still find myself like digging around in here for some reason to find where I have the items, and especially like what side. I don't know why, but I'm usually fidgeting around to find the items, even though I have the inserts. So that's the reason why this LV Neo Noir gets a 9 out of 10. And the last handbag is from Chanel, and it is this very beautiful Chanel mini reissue, so black, with the beautiful like calfskin leather, again in the chevron print, perfect for an army wife to represent my husband's rank, and then the years of service that are on the uniform. You have the gorgeous rainbow or oil spill chain. I love the absolute reflection of this. That's really what kind of sold me on this bag. And once I bought it, my husband is the one that pointed out the chevron print, which is significant, like, you know, for what they have on their uniforms. And I love that it's roomy. I love that it's all, you know, one tone. And you have the square width to be able to put your items in here. And I can fit, you know, my readers or my sunglasses, just switching them out with the black pocket. And it's just a really, really pretty little handbag. You have the option to carry this over the shoulder, of course, with the double strap, or you have the option to make it a crossbody. The flaw for me for this handbag is that, being that I am a larger Latina, this handbag, I tend to have to wear this one more like over the shoulder. It just has the convenience to where you can wear a crossbody if you need to, but for me on my frame, I don't feel that it sits correctly. I would love for it to sit longer, especially for me, like the length on a walk. I think that would be like perfect for me, in my opinion. For my body frame, the Chanel mini reissue has a shorter strap drop. The length is a lot shorter than a walk. Here you can see how it looks nicely over the shoulder. The strap length on this Chanel mini reissue is actually shorter than this handbag, than this clutch. It's quite a bit shorter than this one. So that's the only flaw I have on this beautiful, lovely Chanel mini reissue. I love the handbag. I love the style. I love the style of it. I love that it is a chevron print. I love the chain because of the shimmery oil spill mermaid reflection that it has. But if the strap length on here would have been at least another like 5 inches, 6 inches longer, it would have been perfect, and I would most likely wear her a lot more than I do. So that's why this one gets a 9 out of 10. I hope you found this video entertaining as much as I enjoyed doing it. Thank you so much, Eva, for tagging me. I will link Melissa and Eva's videos down below so you can check out their videos and see the handbags that they picked that were almost perfect, and they scored a 9 out of 10. To all our military, from my military home to yours, thank you so much for your service. I'll see you in the next video, amigos. Hasta la próxima. Bye-bye.